Hello, welcome to Sunday's Best. I trust that you have thoroughly enjoyed the long weekend. And I hope you had a great Thanksgiving and played it safe. And also that you were able to use social media, Zoom, or whatever means, small gatherings to enjoy the holiday weekend. We had so many things to be thankful for. I put a question out on social media and got so many hundreds of responses. And overall, people were just happy to be alive, happy that they were not subject to the C-19 virus, and thankful for health, thankful for their family, thankful to have a job, whether it's working from home or whether they're still at work. So thank you so much for all your response to the question, and to know that we all have to look at it this way. No matter what else you have, if you don't have a sound mind, if you don't wake up in your right mind, that's a sad state of affairs. So above all the things that we could ask for, what it all boiled down to, with all the responses that I got, is that people knew that it was so important to be blessed, to be above ground, and to be of a sound mind, to have some of the things in life, and be thankful for all the things that we have been blessed with. So that's that. And we got another special holiday coming up, Christmas. So with tonight, what I want to talk about actually relates to being thankful, but it also relates to what we celebrated after Thursday, which was Black Friday. Okay. And that's one of the highest spending days of the year. And then we're approaching the next month of spending as well. And so we're going to talk about whether you do anything different this year, because this year is different. So truly, if you see the need to do something different because of what you've been experiencing, then of course, a wise person would choose to change their habits, even if those habits are spending habits. All right. So last week, we briefly talked about some of the training and conferences that I was on and participated in, and actually presented. And so just to recap a few things, we talked about success. What is it? What is it? What is the cost of success? And are you willing to pay it? Are you willing to put in the work? Are you willing to align yourself with people who have accomplished some of the things that you wish to accomplish, so that you know that you're copying the right cat? You know, like if you're copying off somebody's paper in class and you don't know that they really know the answer, then really you may as well not even take the chance on being a cheater and copying the wrong information. So we talked about a lot of things last week, but we said that that you need to be yourself, and each of us has a purpose, and you need to fill up your cup, meaning that you need to sharpen your axe, you need to have self development, and now you have the time to do some of that. You can do it online, won't cost you anything, or you may have to invest in yourself. So that was what we talked about last week. So this week, since we're in the money season, my coach, my mentor, has been talking a lot about your money moves and what you know about money. So I said, you can have Black Friday or you can have Good Friday. It depends on whether your mindset, whether this pandemic, this economic turndown has really caused you to think and to do more than think. it has caused you to change your ways so that you will not suffer. You're going to have to go through like everybody else, but you will not suffer as bad as you could if you change your spending habits, change your investing habits, change your habit about money altogether. Because sometimes what you learn early in life kind of puts a precedent on or cause you to think that that is all there is, that there'll never be enough, that you will always go paycheck to paycheck. And it doesn't have to be that way. You can break your habit. You can break the cycle of poverty, starting with your mindset. So it's good to have money, but have it in its proper place, not to worship it and not to forget how you got it. And you must remember how to keep it, because a lot of people have a lot of money going through their hands, but not into their pockets or into their future savings. It just dwindles away. So you must give money an assignment, is what I was told this week. Give money an assignment. Make it work for you. So if you went out on Black Friday, and you know what? I'm only talking to the people that need to hear this. And if you hear it and it's not you, I'm not trying to tell you how to live your life. I'm just telling you what I see in my profession when people want to buy a home and then they start thinking about what has happened to my finances. What did I do wrong? Where did I go wrong? How did this credit get so messed up? And yeah, all of us have sinned when it comes to making bad money decisions into our credit. Very few people have perfect credit. So if you're going to give money an assignment, you have to understand how money flows. And in this season where it's flowing in and out, and more out than in, now is the perfect time to learn more, to do better because you know better. It was also said that if you want to grow your money, you have to invest it. That's tip number 2. Number 3, money is to be used, not abused. And in this season, you need to know the difference between the two, and you need to act accordingly. Let's see. Never choose cash, money, cash, any of it, whatever name you want to call it. Never choose cash over character. Your character and your integrity is all you have, whether you have money or whether you don't have money. Don't get it by illegal or the wrong means, because it speaks to your character. It speaks to your integrity. So you don't want to do that. All right. Stop choosing instant gratification over investment. I had to repeat this tonight because, like I said, these next 30 days or 24, 25 days for sure, people are going to have to make a decision. And yeah, every day when you get up, you make a decision. But when it comes to your money move, I want you to really, really, really make and choose good decisions this week. We all need to heed to that. And I'm speaking to myself as well. Investors keep sowing until their money is fruitful and it multiplies. So if you are a spender and not an investor, your money will come in, your money will not grow. Tell me the last time that you bought something on Black Friday that paid you a profit. Unless it was something you bought and you're using it for your business and it's helping you to grow your business, helping your business to multiply, then that's one thing. But if it is something that you are paying for on your credit card and have been paying for the last 10 or 15 years, and you don't even have that thing anymore, that's a bad money move, and you need to change. And just because another one or whatever that was on sale on Black Friday or will be on sale the next 30 days, you are in control of whether it's a need, whether it's a want, or whether it's a desire. Instant gratification, microwaving it, has gotten so many of us into such deep debt that it is hard to dig out. Even in a pandemic, people are making the wrong decisions because they want it fast. They want it quick. They want it to be easy. They want to catch up with the Joneses, not realizing that the Joneses aren't even where they want to be, or where they're not even where they portray themselves to be. All right. So money can buy a lot of things, but we must realize that money is a resource. It is not our source. So we are not to sell our souls to the devil for money. Okay. It ain't that important. Money can buy a lot of things. Money can answer a lot of questions, solve a lot of problems, have you make different options. But here are two things money can't buy. Money can't buy character nor self-esteem. So do whatever you do, but do it with clean hands and a pure heart. So that's what I wanted to say about money. And what I'm going to do now is, if you have not read a copy of The $1 Million Producer, My Journey from the Cotton Field to the Capitol, tonight I'm going to end by reading you a story from my book. And I would love for you to give this book as a stocking stuffer to anyone who needs to be encouraged, who needs to be inspired, who needs to take their life to the next level, who knows or needs to know that you believe in them, that they can accomplish all their dreams only if they're willing to put in the work. Regardless of what is happening around us, it is more about what is happening within us that will cause us to do the right thing, to make the right move at the right time. And this particular chapter is called Speak Over Yourself. Yeah, there are times when you have to encourage yourself. Speak over yourself. Be positive. Think positive. This is not going to be this way forever. Okay? So it says, speak over yourself. And this is so timely. I wrote this book again. It was published about this year, last time. And we weren't in a pandemic, but so many things in the book was about the previous recession and how it affected me and my business and my family and those around me and those all over the world. So here goes the story. It says, what goes up must come down. And boy, was the big gorilla coming down. From 2010 to 2013, the recession caused me to literally shut down, but just for a minute, until I woke up and spoke over myself. And so I said, there are a few things that I may have to postpone. There are a few things that I may have to do differently. But I was grateful for the little bit of business that I had. But the truth be told, the world was spinning out of control. I had gone from being number one and closing 8 to 10 deals a month to hardly closing 2 a month. That's not a place you want to be in. I wouldn't wish this gorilla to pounce on the back of anyone. It's been said that financial recessions we lived through was only the financial recession we lived through in those years was second to the Great Depression, which lasted 3 times longer. Imagine that. So I had to keep telling myself, this recession is not personal. It's not just happening to me, it's happening all around me and to those around me as well. So everybody is losing stuff. And all across the world, people are asking, what do you do when your money flow becomes stagnant? What do? You got to stand. Okay? So suffering may endure for a night, but things will change. Due to the recession, I had to cut staff. I became my own assistant. I had to shift. I had to refocus. I had to compartmentalize. I had to prioritize. Okay? So I was thinking right about then, some extra money sure would come in handy right now. And I began to supplement my income with a few of the other things that I knew how to do. I reached for my niche, teaching, training, and I did some of that. So what do you do when the brook dries up? I'm glad you asked, because you have to stand. You really do have to stand. Not only was the real estate world spiraling, but the entire recession wreaked havoc on all families, all up and down the spectrum, whether they were low income, medium income, upper bracket, millionaires, billionaires, everybody. So that's when I had to literally say to myself, I got to pull myself out of this. You know, the old saying is you got to pull yourself up by your own bootstrap. Well, you got to make sure your scraps are strong. And that's why when it comes to Black Friday, if you want to have a good Friday, you have to learn how to save and invest. And this book, this story goes on to talk about bouncing back. What do you do to bounce back? You know, it's a time when we have to stop comparing ourselves to other people. Look if you must, but you got to do you. You've got to know what you and your household need to survive. And sometimes that takes a sit down. Let's talk about what's going on, what needs to be going on, what's coming in, what's going out. How can we save anything? How can we invest anything? Is our emergency fund solid? Because you know what? Things may change, but they may never change back to what they were. But that's not the end of it. Things could change for the better. And you know what? Nothing changes until we change. And this particular story in the book goes on to tell how I survived it all. The principles, the business principles, when your character and your integrity speaks for you, and when people are looking for somebody that they can trust, when they're looking for a leader that has done what it is that they want to do, even if it's not what they want to do in their field, they still want to know, how did you manage? How did you do that? How could you stand? How could you still love what you do when things happen so badly with real estate back in the last recession? Well, it says, again, when you love something and you're passionate about it and you truly believe in it, you don't look for a reason to quit. You look for a reason to dig yourself out. And that's what I did. I looked for ways to sustain and not just to survive, but I looked for a way to thrive in the end. And by doing that and making some changes, this recession did not, COVID part of it caught us all by surprise. But this recession did not catch me by surprise because I was listening to some of the wealthiest people in the world talk about it was coming. And as a matter of fact, we were a couple of years late according to their prediction. So that gave me and everybody else a little breathing room. And so what you do now will determine your future. And your future can be brighter, a whole lot brighter than what it is right now. If you just make the right move, make that move right now. And that move that I'm talking about tonight is to think before you spend, study, get wisdom, get understanding before you invest, because it's your hard-earned money. Easy come, easy go. Give your money a job to do and tell that money, don't come back void. Don't come back busted. Don't come back on zero. I want you to come back to me multiplied, 30, 100, 1,000-fold. Sow your money on good ground. Make every thought one that you can live with afterwards. And if it doesn't happen exactly like you expect it to happen, I'll bet you, if you've done your homework and you've studied and you've made changes and you've made sacrifices and you committed and you are insistent and persistent in getting what it is in life that you're supposed to have, I'll bet you your Black Friday won't just be a Black Friday. It can be a Good Friday. So watch your spending habits. Watch your mindset over the next 30 days, because a lot of people get themselves into even a deeper hole during this time because they say, I'll make myself happy. I'll go out and buy something that I really want, and then I'll be happy. No, you won't be happy permanently or for long. It may be instant gratification. So whatever you buy, make sure that it is something that you need, something that you can afford. Because like I said, all of us are in the storm, but we're not in the same boat. Some people can go out on Black Friday and spend whatever they want to spend and still not break the bank and still feel good about it. But everybody is not there. So if you're not there, don't fake it. Find a way to get there, honestly. And it's going to take hard work. Nobody said it was going to be easy. In this chapter, the way that it ends, I ended by saying, what you do when you're going through tough times and there seems to be nothing else you can do, what do? All you can do is stand. I showed up every single day. I didn't hide myself, my face under the covers. Even when the phones weren't ringing with prospects, I showed up. There were only a few contracts, and the closings came down in trickles, not in abundance as in years before. But when you love and believe in what you do, you'll find a way to win, because you won't be looking for a reason to quit. I read the books that taught me how to win in the margin and to leave nothing on the table. That means use all your gifts that you are brought to the universe with. You know what your purpose is. Live a purpose-driven life. I learned that when you use all your gifts, they will make room for you. And I had the will to win, so I didn't quit. So here I stand in another recession. But like I said, I wasn't totally surprised because I read what Warren Buffett said about the next one. I read what Robert Kiyosaki said. I read what Kiplinger's magazine said. I listened, and I applied some of those things. And I encourage you to do the same thing. Um, you know, you can't listen to everybody. You can't let everybody have your ear. You need to make sure that what's going in is you can either filter it, use it, or discard it. But try to fill up your cup. Use your A game. Be your best. Be your best. And this is Sunday's best to you and your family. And again, what do you do in tough times? What do you do? What do you do when you don't know what else to do? You got to stand. And so, again, the next 30 days can be crucial to your financial circumstances. And so make sure that you make the right choice. Do the right thing. Do the right thing. It's always the thing to do. Have no regrets in life. As we talked about with the question that I asked, which was, you know, what are you thankful for? Find a few more things tonight to be thankful for, grateful for, because we all have a whole list. And again, the Million Dollar Producer has a lot of business principles, practical answers to life, but most of all, this book is for anybody that's, I would say, 14, 15 years old and endless. There's something in this book for them. And I had the Black Friday special. The book was selling for $18, and that is now over. The book is $24, and I will mail it to you autographed. So just inbox me on Facebook or call me, area code 803-269-7561, and make sure this is on your coffee table or under somebody's Christmas tree for the holidays or even for Black History. Okay? So have a good night. Have a good life. In fact, have $1 million life. And remember, when you don't know what to do, stand and know that money is a resource, but it is not your source. You got to believe that the future is going to be better than the past. Have a good night.